Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing again Sapphire Ember. This is a little bit of a slightly different build from the last video. I made some changes and edited some stuff to make it a little bit hopefully better. The idea is we're kind of playing more of an aggro style of the deck, but because we have this Ichabod Crane and the Loaded Von Drake, we're kind of then ramping with those after playing them to hopefully get us to the more expensive like Scuttle, Stitch, and eventually Raging Storm to help us wipe the opponent's board once we probably lose control, because most likely if we're playing this aggro style we're going to be losing stuff. So in this case then we have Raging Storm, and then when we lose our cards we then have Black Cauldron to recur them from the discard. So it's been doing pretty decent. I've played like 10 games with it, and I have like a 50% win rate with the deck. So we'll see how this goes. I added like a Alonwi and the Basil for support, for extra strength, and the Darkwing for some extra challenging power. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So let's get into playing it. We will go first. So I think we have the Lilo and the Pudge, actually good. I think we'll mulligan the Darkwing Duck for now. We have the Visions. We'll mulligan the Raging Storm right now, because we can use the Visions to try to find it. We do have Search for Clues as a way to potentially discard our opponent's hand, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll ink the Visions and turn. The idea is, I think, because we have like the Ludwig Von Drake, we can discard stuff from their hand. We then have Search for Clues, the two of to then potentially help the opponent lose cards. Because we are more of an aggro deck, we're going to play out more of our hand faster. Because like next turn we'll do Lilo into Pudge right away, so it's 2 characters. And then Ichabods, we're going to be like down more characters than they have. So it looks like an Emerald deck. I'm not sure what Emerald we're doing, but I think Basil's not a bad card to have. I feel like we'll ink Search for Clues. And we'll play Lilo and Pudge. Okay. I think I inked the Search for Clues because I feel like if this is Emerald, unless it's Emerald Amethyst. If it's Emerald Amethyst, I probably should have kept it. But if it's Emerald like Amber, then it might be fine. If it's Emerald, yeah, I'm not sure what decks run this. That's Emerald. Probably Emerald Amethyst, I would imagine. We'll find out at some point soon, hopefully. But hopefully next turn we'll be playing the Ichabod Crane into Basil as well. Okay, it's an Emerald Ruby deck. Okay, that's interesting. It's not what I was expecting. Okay, we have the Storm Rage on, the Raging Storm. Probably a bit early, but it's kind of fine, I think, because we can ink the Visions because we don't need it anymore to try to find the Raging Storm. Play those 2, and we'll quest with both of our cards. And turn the Basil is there now to give us challenging power to the Ichabod Crane, so that we can challenge with it, and then he can ramp us, type thing. I think it'll help a lot with the making this deck a little bit more consistent. Because before I didn't have the Basil or the Alonwi, which made challenging kind of annoying, especially when I played against Emerald, which gave Emerald Saphire, which gave the Ichabod Reckless. That was not fun because I couldn't do anything. I'd have to challenge, and I just died and just I wrapped myself, but that was about it. It didn't deal anything to the opponent. So this way, at least, we have a way to kind of deal with the opponent with our cards and gain value off of the Ichabod. I think next turn we're probably going to play the Black Cauldron unless we draw something different. Getting the Black Cauldron out actually earlier, I found in this version, is actually kind of nice, because then when you do board wipe, you can immediately begin getting cards back from the discard with the Black Cauldron the turn after. So he challenged the Pudge. One thing I was trying in this deck was the Horned Castle, which allows you to ready item when you quest there. I took it out in this version, but I might put it back in because it's really nice to quest when this is in play with the Horned Castle, which can ready the Black Cauldron, and then you can use Black Cauldron again. So you can like basically you can use this twice to get 2 characters under, and then next turn immediately play it. Okay, education or elimination. Oh, this might be a Todd, some version of Todd decks or something. What's he gonna do? He's banishing the Pudge. Because it's... Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we have Power Line. I think we want to quest for 2 with that. I think we'll play the Black Cauldron. We'll quest for 2 with that. I think. Yeah, I think we'll do that end turn. I want to keep the Basil ready so that I can potentially give extra strength to the Lilo or the Ichabod. I'd rather not have him die just yet. I thought about potentially challenging and then using Inky to replay the discard. I guess I could have done the Pudge. I didn't realize I had Pudge in my discard. That would have allowed us to play cards from the Black Cauldron. I think one thing this deck needs is some form of extra card draw, which I know we have. It's just kind of hard when we don't draw it all the time. Okay, stand out. What are they doing? Giving evasive and +3 strength to what? Okay, so this already has evasive. It's got +3 strength now. They're probably going to challenge with this now. With the White Rabbit. I would imagine. Or they just wanted to give the Powerline Rush. So we'll resolve that into our Inkwell. So they want to have extra ink. And then next turn I think we'll do some challenging. And then we will put cards underneath the Black Cauldron. Hopefully we draw something better than what we have right now. Okay, so we lost the Lilo. Okay. Let's do with that. Okay, I think we will resolve and put that away from discard. Okay, Vision's not a bad card to have. I think we'll play the Alonri at the moment, and then we'll put a card there. So we'll use this to challenge the Power Line. So now we have 2 characters, and we'll have the Black Cauldron. We have Visions we can play next turn. And we have another support character to give extra strength. I think this is a pretty good setup. Emerald does have some item removal, I think. But at the moment, it doesn't seem like this deck is playing that much. So we'll see. So Max Goof. Okay, Power Line. I don't think they can play any songs that give the... Well, the Power Line doesn't need Rush anymore. So they can take out the Lilo, which is fine. We'll just replay it, then we can play Pudge again for free. We have Basil, though, then we can also return later. So yeah, we lose the Basil. We'll probably use the Alonri to challenge the Power Line. Remove stuff. Yeah, we'll resolve that. So we'll play from the discard. We draw. Ooh, a Bagheera. That's not bad. We'll ink the Visions. Play the Bagheera. And then we will exert the challenge the... Okay. And turn. This Bagheera is nice. I added it because it's a 3/4. It's a 3 cost 4/4, and that 4 strength, 4 willpower for 3 costs is actually going to be really nice to help deal with the board. Because initially, in the previous version, I had very little board control actually to be able to like challenge into stuff. But this will be nicer. Because this isn't like a true aggro deck. It's more of like a aggro-y kind of, but also has some control variants. I feel like. Probably isn't the best version to play, but it is fun to play, that's for sure. Especially with the Black Cauldron. The Black Cauldron is such a cool card. Because if we can build this up eventually, then when we do Raging Storm, we can just replay a whole bunch. And it'd be pretty nice. Okay, so he bounces the Bagheera back to hand. So he's not challenging. Okay. Okay. Cool. I think... we want to play down both of these. I think we will put a character underneath this card. Alonri will quest for 2 and turns. Now he's just in top deck mode. That's good. And kind of are in top deck mode, but we're kind of not, because we have the Basil. We've got the discard recursion stuff. Okay, plays the Donald, which will help us as well, because we'll be able to draw extra cards. He'll build the draw extra cards, which won't be great, but I think we'll be able to do fine. Help us get to the Raging Storm a bit faster. Because I don't think we're playing this anytime soon at the moment, with how things are going. But we're going to be able to play a bunch of cards soonish once the Black Cauldron's set up. So probably we're going to take out the Roxanne soon, because the questing for 2 has been kind of annoying. I would imagine we lose the Lilo, probably. But we'll see. So yeah, he challenges the Lilo. We'll just replay it next turn. That'll be fine, I think. We'll resolve that. Play from the discard. What do we draw? Okay, we draw a Stitch. I think... I think we want to ink. Yeah, I think we want to ink that. I think what we do is we use this to challenge the power line. Then we use this to challenge Roxanne. We play the characters from underneath them, and we'll ink the Rockstar Stitch and enter. There we go. I think that's what we want. We'll draw off the Donald. Yeah, this will be good. Oh yeah, that'll be. If we can draw another Inkable, we'll be able to just draw cards, and that'll really help us out. And we have 2 Basils. This Black Cauldron is really nice, I think, in this strategy, because we can just rebuild our board. Okay, so we have to banish one of our characters. I think we'll banish the Lilo, because we can just replay it again if we want to. And if they want to challenge into the Bagheera, then they can do that if they want. But I don't necessarily want to give. We'll decline that resolution. Okay, so not great. We drew a Ludwig. But that's fine. We'll play the Ludwig. Would have preferred an Inkable. Oh, we can discard the Pirate's Life. That's nice. That's going to be really nice. We'll quest for the Elanwi. We'll give plus strength to the Bagheera. We'll challenge with that against the Donald. We're fine with losing that. And then we'll put a card from under. We'll put the Bagheera underneath. And then I think we'll quest with the Pudge. And end turn. There. Again, he's in top deck mode, and we have a card draw with the Stitch that we'll probably be able to draw unless he plays some sort of removal. We do have then again pseudo card draw with the Black Cauldron. So I think we're in a pretty good spot, I believe. I don't know if there's anything else he can do at 4 ink that will help him. What's in their discards? They have Beat King Undisputed, which they could play. They have Mother's Knows Best. They also have Education or Elimination, which I think is interesting. That's cool. They could sing it and then draw a card and potentially get something else. But it wouldn't help. It would just give this evasive. It wouldn't help in any other way. Okay, so challenges the Pudge, I believe that was. Yeah, the Pudge. Oh, and then plays Marching Off to Battle. I see, to draw more cards. But that's not a huge worry for us. And then we have the Elanwi again. This is exactly what the Elanwi is here for. So I can quest and give the Ludwig the ability to challenge and so on, and then we can ramp ourselves. So we'll gain 1, give this, and challenge that. There we go, and then we will ramp ourselves with that. And I believe that is it. Enter. And now we're at 3 cards, so we have 3 cards in hand, and the Raging Storm is ready to play whenever we need it. So if he does end up doing a bunch of removal, we can just Raging Storm him. And then use Black Cauldron to do other stuff. I think we're in a pretty good spot. We don't need to worry too much. Yeah, we'll play that from the discard. We draw. We'll play Develop. We'll take the Ichabod. Play the Ichabod. We'll put a card underneath Here, we'll play that. Then quest. Suppose that. And then quest for Earth, everything, and then end turn. So I don't think there's anything they can do now. I think they can take out the Lonwy. Maybe they could play a B King to take out something else. We should be able to quest to win, because we have 3 characters that quest for 2, and 2 characters that quest for 1. And if they do manage to somehow wipe us completely, we have the Raging Storm to wipe them, if need be, and then we have Black Cauldron to refill. I think we're in a pretty good spot. There's nothing much they can do against us. They're probably looking to see what they have. I wonder what they do have. That would be interesting. Okay, plays Education or Elimination to draw a card and give the character evasive and +1 lore. I don't know if it's gonna help though, unless they can get like a quest for 3 now. Yeah, they draw a card and discard a card. Probably looking for like a Mother Knows Best or something, but I don't know what they can bounce because they can sing it. Bounce what? Ugh. Stitch, even then we quest for 2, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what they could get that would help. What do they discard potentially? Could we know? Maybe they discard the power line. Alright, so it's our turn. So yeah, we'll just play that and quest out. Oh, no. There. So that was the deck. I feel like this version felt way better than the previous version because of the Alonwys and the Basils to give extra control. But also that matchup was kind of interesting. The Emerald Ruby is probably the best deck in the format, so I think we'll do another game and see how we can do it. Hopefully find a little bit of a better matchup, but it still wasn't. Still a fun game. And shows that this version does do well, I think. We didn't need the Raging Storm in this case, but it wasn't bad. Okay, we have the Ludwig, the Alonwy. It's actually not bad. I think we like this. I think we mulligan. Because we also have the turn 2 Darkwing to give control. Like, if we do this right, we can play out a bunch of cards. Okay, Amethyst Steel is the deck. So the Palace card will be kind of annoying, but we have, I think, what we need. Link the Bambi, Basil, and turn. Probably should have just played the Alonwy to make them guess what we were playing, because it doesn't really matter what we play with the Basil or the Alonwy. We do the exact same thing. But we'll probably either play the Darkwing to challenge with the Polisguard, or we can snipe them with the Ludwig, which might be better, because Amethyst Steel has songs that might be annoying to play against. Oh, that's not great for them. Cool. Better, good for us, but not great for them. Okay. I think the right option. Sneaking the Darkwing. Playing the Ludwig, and yes, get rid of that strength. And ending turn. We'll next turn probably play the Darkwing and the Basil, and then we'll probably use the Ludwig to maybe challenge something, potentially the Doc if they quest. And then we'll be able to ramp ourselves and potentially, hopefully get up to the Stitch pretty soon. So, quest for 1, quest for 2. Okay, that's exactly what we want. I think I want to play the Alonwy and to ink the Let It Go and play the Darkwing. We'll gain a lore, give this +2 strength, and challenge the Doc. And it will resolve, giving our ramps will be at 5 ink next turn. And enter. I think that's what we need to do. So otherwise, they can do Palace Guard into this and then boost to take out the Elanwi. But I feel like that's kind of not the greatest way for them to do it all. They're not playing cards, and then we can just take out the Palace Guard next turn. Though, it still wouldn't be great. I'm wondering if, yeah, they can play 4, they can play, no, they had a giant, okay, they have Dock. I forget what the other card in their hand was. Yeah, Giant Cobra, they did, yeah. So, they draw 2. They can still boost. They're gonna have to move it on to the Elanwi. Okay. Okay, then our next turn we'll probably play the Scuttle. The Scuttle is wards, so they won't be able to do anything to it. Yeah, we'll ink that, play the Scuttle. And then we'll challenge. Or do we quest? No, I think we challenge. If we quest, they can challenge with the Dock. But they can't choose this. Or they challenge with the Darkwing, with the Palace Guard. Or we don't do anything, they can't do anything to us. I think we want to challenge. I'm going to quest. Let's see how it goes with this. End turn. Because they do have the Scuttle. If they can't exert the Scuttle, they can't challenge our stuff. They can't do any direct damage stuff because they both have Ward. So I think these make really good options in the deck. Okay, play a Dumbo. Really nice to let it go that I inked earlier. So I don't think this deck has much evasives. We have the Raging Storm, and that's about it. Okay, so they didn't do anything, which is actually not bad. We'll ink that for boost 2. I think we want to quest for 2 with this. And end turn. So that way then, challenging is going to be expensive against this card. It's going to be an expensive challenge to hopefully level the playing field for us. And I don't think, yeah, at this rate they're not doing anything to our Bambi, which is nice. I guess they could strengthen it, because they have 5 characters. Ooh, I might do that. That's probably what they're trying to find, because they can sing with the Palace Guard, or with the Cheshire Cat. But we're still probably playing this next turn, if we draw an Inkable, to draw 2 cards, which would help. So if they're questing, do they have the strength of Raging Fire? No, they do not. That is great. Okay, we will ink, play the Stitch to draw 2 cards. And then I think this is where we need to do some challenging. So we'll challenge the Dock, reveal it. Okay, cool, Elanwi. Nice. And then we'll challenge that. And we'll gain 2 lore. And end turn. So far, not terrible. I think we're in a decent spot. Hopefully we can find a card though that can help us find our Visions, or our Raging Storm, and the Black Cauldron. But overall, we should be fine at the moment, unless they begin doing some, like, Heroes, Thunderbolts, or so on. They have a bunch of cards in hand. At least they're not in top deck mode. That's what's nice. I wouldn't be surprised if they take out the Bambi. What is this? Next turn we'll probably play the Stitch to play the Elanwi to then exert and draw. Okay, so they quest with the Genie. Are they gonna do a strength? Are they gonna challenge the Bambi? What are they doing? So we took out their strength earlier. Okay. So they didn't do anything. They just quested with their evasives, because we don't have evasives to do stuff. So I think what we do, so either we play out a whole bunch of characters, like we do the 3, 4, 5, 6, we just play all of these, or we play Stitch, and then play Elanwi and exert to draw a card. think we'll play Stitch. And then do we play the Lilo or the Alani? We want to play this. Resolve to draw. Okay, there's a Visions. That's not bad. I don't want to ink right now. I'm going to quest with that. Lilo, nice. And we'll quest for 2 with that. So 2. I think we'll do that. Thankfully, I've been hitting characters with the Bambi. It would be a shame if we didn't hit anything else. So now, they have a whole bunch of bases. We need to draw a Raging Storm soon, or else we're going to be in a really bad situation. If they don't take out the Stitch, that's going to help a lot. But I think it's nice that we have a bunch of threats out, because I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right now we're questing to win on our next turn. So if they don't take out some stuff, we're going to win. I would imagine they do have the stuff there to deal with some of our cards. Because they can take out they can challenge with the, well, I guess they would challenge with the Dumbo to the Alani, or the Genie with the Alani. They can boot, oh, they don't have an ink to boot, so I don't know what their plan is. They can use the Angel to target something. I'm not sure what their plans are to what card they're going to take out. So what did they hit? Okay, they hit the Alani. It would cost them the Captain Hook and one other card to take out the, okay, the Strength of the Raging Fire, the, what, the, oh, I think they might have accidentally targeted the, did they deliberately challenge, what? I'm confused. It's like they deliberately hit the Cheshire Cat, or did they hit one of our? I have no clue what they did, because they couldn't challenge this. Why did they? I feel like that might have been a misplay, maybe? I have no clue. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can quest 8. Let's see here. They're questing for 2, 4, 5. We need to take out these 3 characters. We have Let It Go to do it for 1. We'll play Visions. We'll take the Let It Go. So now we can sing to take out those 2, challenge to take out the Captain Hook. Yeah, I think we can stop them. Though maybe it would make more sense to play the Let It Go, taking out the Angel, sing then with another card to take out the Calhoun, challenge the Captain Hook, and quest with the rest. I wonder if that's the better option. Because this can, I think we want to quest with the Stitch. So I think we're going to sing first. Oh, that's only a 4 cost, right? Not a 5 cost. I don't know why maybe think it was a 4 cost. So this is going to be the card that we challenge the Captain Hook with. Okay, we found the Stitch. Not that we really need that at the moment. Then we will sing onto the Angel. I think then we can sing again. Okay. And play this. Solve. Play that. Resolve. Oh dear goodness. Play that. Resolve. Play that. Resolve. Play this. Resolve. And play that. Resolve. Did we just draw all of our pudges? We just drew 3 of our pudges. We drew 3 pudges. Goodness gracious. Okay, we're gonna sing with Let It Go onto. Oh, we'll just take out the Genie. No, I don't need to take out. We can just take out the Genie, not the Calhoun. No, we want to take out the Calhoun. Wait, 2, 4, 5. Because yeah, if they challenge, then it's 4. I think we want to take out the Calhoun because I don't know if they run the Pluto. I think this is what we do. Calhoun, and then we exert to gain 3. Then we will ink. End turn. So I don't think if they draw, unless they draw like a gathering knowledge and wisdom, they're playing some form of like direct lore game. I think we win. So yeah, because that was insane. Drawing 3 pudges. It was just like that was not what I was expecting. We drew 3 pudges. I just draw so much because he had the Lilo in play. That just was absolute insanity. It seems like they're looking for like the one card that can help them. So if they do draw like a, what's it called? Also now a giant cobra, they can win. Well, they can't anymore. They can't win with the giant cobra because they don't have the 3. They can only gain 2 lore and they can't quest anymore because they were using the Dumbo ability. And we win. That was insane. We drew. That was insane. That was. Yeah, so basically we managed to find 2 Let It Go so it's clear with their ready characters. We were able to challenge their other character, their Captain Hook, to prevent them from questing to win. And then we managed to find, we played the Lilo to draw off the Stitch. We managed to find a Pudge, and then we found another Pudge, and then we found a Lilo, and then we found another Pudge, and then we found, or whatever, like that was, drawing 3 Pudges was insane. That was insane. That was a fun game. So that's the Saphire Amber aggro control-ish kind of deck. We didn't see any use of the Raging Storm this game, but it does do pretty decently well. Especially this version with the Elanwys and the Basils, battles with the Bagheera. The Bambi's really nice. Let It Go is really nice. Scuttle is awesome. Stitch really helped. This Stitch was awesome. Helped a lot. So I think the core of this is actually pretty good. I think there's stuff that can definitely be changed, but I think there's a lot that helps with this deck. And the visions of the future, that helped us win the game because we managed to find the Let It Go. I feel like I don't think we could have won if we hadn't found the vision of the future. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed these 2 games, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.